people? Clap it out. Episode 6, CubsFanHan's channel on this lovely 8/9 2018, maybe 8/10, depending on where you are in this galaxy today. How's it going, man? Long time no see.
I am so ready for this show right now.
We
have a ton to talk about. We've only got an hour to do it, and I have to spin the wheel of pain.
Yes, the Wheel of Pain. You guys asked about it last time we did the Try Not to Laugh challenge, and people overwhelmingly said that you lost the challenge, and we never got to it. But today, let me actually give them a little sneak peek.
I had some people vote for me, but I think it was maybe people confused that they thought they were voting for the winner.
Yeah, maybe. I actually accidentally tweeted that, and I had to repost a tweet. But here we go. What we need your guys' help. This is going to be a ghetto wheel since we're streaming to Cubs' channel. I don't have my typical wheel to spin here, but we have this little wheel here that we're going to spin in a little bit. And we have a couple of options here. We have Barris shirt, Rose Tico's shirt, custom intro for 2 vids, change his YouTube banner for a week, change his Discord avatar. He has to say, I love Barris. We need you guys to give us 2 more punishments. And then as we are talking, we'll go and kind of look in the comments and find some good ones. But we need 2 more punishments to put on the show from you guys.
Tell us in the live chat right now. Take right to it. And whatever punishments you guys have in mind for the rest of the show, tell us what you would like me to humiliate myself with, and we'll pay attention to the chat, and we'll pick 2 randomly.
And apparently he doesn't want to do any Zetas or mod stuff or Ewoks for a week. So you guys got to do something humiliating. I'm just saying right now. I really needed Zeta Maitreya for my guild for Territory Wars. I'm not gonna throw away a Zeta. I'm just not gonna do it. Oh, man.
I've already thrown away 1 Zeta. That's 20 Zeta mats that I will never have back.
Pink fingernails? Dustin DeGrant says pink fingernails? Star Wars fingernails? Star Wars fingernails? Like paint your fingernails?
My gosh.
Can you get like, what are they called? What do you call it when you get the nice little pictures on? Not French tips.
That's weird.
I don't know what they're called. You got oh, man. So, yeah. So
has to denounce snips from the Jedi. Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, she did leave the Jedi Order, so.
No Jedi in Arena for a week. Let's see. No
Cubs. Here's a good one. Cubs and the Senate have to reproduce 2 old pictures from their childhood together.
Oh, there you go. That's funny. He's your brother, right?
Yeah, he's my brother.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know. You can. Oh, look at that. You have a new member, or I think that's a sponsor. I think that's a new sponsor. Big Fat Merc. There you go. New sponsor.
I'm not even sure what new member means.
They changed it. YouTube changed it where instead of sponsor, it now says join. So they can for $4.99 a month, they can join. Like it's kind of like a Patreon thing for YouTube or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay. So it's the same thing as a sponsor. They're just calling it a member.
Yeah, now. Right. So.
Big Fat Merc, thanks.
I see that someone says Cup. Since you already have Gear 12 Cup, we'll put Cup for Arena in a week. You already have Gear 12 Cup.
There we go. Deadpool Kyle says Cubs has to use Barris in the arena for 2 weeks.
I mean, you use Jedi, so I mean it's kind of not too out of ordinary.
I don't have a Zeta on her though.
So what?
Like a dang wet noodle.
Maybe you'll Zeta her finally.
2 weeks? That is way too long.
How about 1 week? 1 week.
Okay.
All right,
Deadpool.
All right.
We'll put yours on.
4 week. All right, cool. So the wheel's completed. Do you just want to spin it now, maybe, since we're already here? Want to just start it off by doing it now? What do you want to do? Or save it towards the end?
What? Wait, we put 2 punishments. I just endorsed 1. What was the other one?
Cup and Arena for a week.
Cup and Arena for a week?
G12 Cup with your Bastila team.
Is that that's just defense or is that offense too?
I mean, we can't hold. I mean, I don't know. We won't know. We'll see what you have on defense, but we won't know what you use on offense. But if you want to go by the honor code, you should do both offense and defense.
Honor code. Well, I'll say for those arena ones, that's on defense.
All right.
I gotta at least be able to make my climb. I'm not gonna be able to climb in my arena.
You didn't show me mercy when I put Ewoks in for a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you also were punished so severely. By having a Zeta Wampa. What a thrown away Zeta.
Oh gosh. Oh, Cardinal FanHan. That's a good one. Change your YouTube name to Cardinal FanHan.
That's pretty bad.
I say we spin this now so we can get this show on the road. All right, people. We're gonna do it now. Are you ready for this, Cubby?
Okay, okay, wait. No, you're showing me on Discord, so I can't see it live. All right,
Oh my goodness. I want it to be the t-shirts. I want I'm with you, Blaze Blitz. I want it to be one of the t-shirts. Oh man. Are you ready here? All right, people, here we go. It's time for the Wheel of Pain. There we go. Here we go. It's spinning, spinning, spinning. Come on. Rose Tico shirt. Yes. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cubby is going to have to wear a Rose Tico shirt. I mean, you can decide when to wear it, but you have to wear it at least in a recent video of some sort. So if you guys have a good Rose shirt,
so
you should tweet.
I got to buy this thing.
You should have someone in the audience tweet you, and you could pick your favorite Rose Tico shirt.
Yeah, everyone. I'm looking on Amazon right now. Rose.
Oh my goodness,
Rose
that's awesome.
Tico shirt.
Oh my god.
They're all gonna be girl shirts.
I think.
Here's one right here.
You actually said you wouldn't mind Rose Tico shirt. You said you would care more about bears, but Rose Tico, you said that would be your statement against society that you like the Last Jedi, right?
Yep, I'll wear that thing with pride, man.
Oh, let's see what we got here.
I'll look at everybody who hates her and I'll say, I love her.
I don't know. I feel like that's a little too soft here. If you guys got something better, you guys gotta go ahead and tweet us out and let us know what you guys think. So if
you would hate this more than I do.
I would hate it more than you. That's for sure. Oh,
but in all seriousness, though, actually, Rose was a character, what's her name? Kelly Marie Tran. She was very, very abused by the fan base, and so psychologically, and so. I'll support her. I don't think that we should do that.
Jar Jar was abused by the fan base. You don't see anyone complaining about that. The real issues here, people. Jar Jar Binks was abused. Come on, man. No one talks.
Actually, there was an article recently about him and after that and how he ended his life over it.
See, Rose Tico didn't get that bad. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, people. There you go. Right. Wheel of Pain. There we go.
I will order my Rose Tico shirt soon, and I will wear it in a video.
All right, there we go. But let's get this on the road now. Now that we got the important stuff out of the way, let's get into only the semi-important stuff here. And we're going to talk about some of the current events and news that happened because
yes,
last time we met, we mainly talked about, what was the big thing last? Was it mainly just KOTOR stuff? I think it was just KOTOR stuff. And
lots of KOTOR stuff. We've got a lot more because we not only do we have a new character because this is our Galaxy of Marquee events.
Galaxy of Marquee sponsored by Galaxy of Marquees.
We say every time we mention Marquee, we should say this video is sponsored by Galaxy of Marquees. Every time. That'll be a new thing.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, we've got lots of changes coming again. We got mod management. We've got changes to Acolyte. We got Shard Shuffle. We got a new Gear 12 Plus bundle coming. So
the patch as we talk.
Let's talk about all that stuff. First of all, the changes to Acolyte, I'm curious to get your take on them because when I first read them today, I thought, okay, not terrible. Not as bad as I think what we were looking at with the Night Sister faction, but I could be wrong. It says Night Sister Acolyte Strike from the Shadows has been changed to deal double damage if she has stealth rather than attacking again. And so it's going to basically equal the same amount of damage, but you lose that bonus attack. Her chance to stealth has also been increased from 90% to 70%, which I think is also kind of a way for them to mitigate. You know, you had a 70% chance twice because she would hit twice. And so now it's 90%. So the odds of not having a stealth there are going to be pretty high. And then Night Sister Acolyte's Thrill of Victory has been increased to 40% from 20% health on each critical hit. So I think it's all right. What do you think?
I've actually saw some complaining on Twitter a little bit that apparently this update's ruined their Night Sister team. I have to go back on Twitter and find what the exact complaint was about. I mean, in theory, it sounds like they didn't nerf her, but what they did is they just prevented her from doing the turn meter loop and just constantly take turns over and over and over and over again. I think for especially like in Arena, maybe if you still do that whole like Night Sister zombie Acolyte trick, which is a bit outdated, but it works against like Commander Luke Skywalker, I think it should still work. I mean, it should still work in that type of stuff.
Yeah, that didn't depend on loops. To me, if we are getting rid of infinite loops in the game, I'll always support it because to me, if there's an infinite loop where you're just sitting there and it's just going over and over and over and over again, same thing spammed, it just looks broken to me. Maybe you like it. Maybe it gets your guild to do Heroic Sith earlier than you would be able to otherwise. And I feel for you guys that are struggling to beat that raid. But I don't want to beat the raid from a gimmick. I don't want to beat the raid from some kind of infinite loop. And I mean, whether or not the dev should have caught it beforehand or not, I mean, I'm not a dev. I'm not going to speak to that. But once it's exposed, I get acting quickly on that kind of thing.
Yeah, so, Big Fat Merc actually posted a legitimate comment. He says, I think this makes her worse versus Foresight and random evades, and that's kind of true because usually,
that's a good point.
Yeah, before all right, first hits a
That's a good
foresight,
point.
and second one should follow up and hit and trigger all the bonuses. Now it's not going to happen. So that is definitely, I think that's probably one of the complaints I saw. I mean, it's hard to say right now. I mean, it's better than what they were doing originally, where they were like, we're just going to nuke the Night Sisters to the ground now. And then they changed Asajj, they changed the Night Sisters overall. Old Daka was useless. And then they said they want to change the zombie in the future. And it was, and then, then Traya was, I mean, they're not going to touch Traya. I mean, I get why they don't want to touch Traya. They mainly just wanted to stop the unlimited the loops, and we're not saying that we don't want this to ever be autoable. Autoing and looping are two different things. If you think of an auto, you got to think of like the AAT raid or the Rancor raid, where you're not really looping, you're just doing some crazy Terminator move and huge damage that's making you just hit auto and walk away. Looping's a bit different. So yeah, I mean they've stated their policy at the beginning what where their stance is on looping. So this is definitely the lesser of evils when it comes to addressing the loop in phase 3 and phase 4. It was cool though, but yeah, it kind of breaks the raid, and it's if everyone starts doing it, their content that they just spent years doing it's already done in 6 months after release. So
yeah, and don't get me, I mean, some people will bring up the argument sometimes, well, you can auto the Rancor and you can solo heroic tank. Well, these are outdated raids. This Rancor's been around since for a very long time, and heroic tank, very few people are going to be able to auto the entire. I don't know if anybody's done an auto team start to finish. You got the Wampinator team that can solo it, but you need to do it manual for a lot of cases. I've got the team well modded, and I don't like the manual fight that. I'll just put it in on auto, and I'll do like 10 million damage, which is still sweet. But those are the older raids. This is brand new. We shouldn't have content like that hitting the game and be in a position where we can auto an entire phase within the first little bit. And so I support that. I'm also glad that they rolled back and made these changes a little bit easier to accept.
Yeah.
That's a good point though on the foresight and evasion teams that Big Fat Merc brought up. I did not think about that because you've got that double tap, and so yeah, that is a bit of a nerf there. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good.
I mean, to be honest, out of all the things that they could have changed, something had to be changed, whether it was making the raid more difficult, which no one really wants to deal with. Nerfing Darth, it wouldn't be even a nerf. It would just be a lateral change to changing health steal up to, I don't know, offense up or something, or the defense pad, something else rather than health steal up. I guess maybe doing this, the Night Sister Acolyte isn't the worst thing. You're not fundamentally changing Asajj, which has a double Zetas. You're not fundamentally changing Old Daka with Zetas. I mean, it's just Acolyte. She has no Zetas on her, to my recollection. Free-to-play character, something that you could farm in like a week if you really wanted to or whatever. So, it might be good in some ways, but as Big Fat Merc said in the comments here, yeah, it's probably, in some teams, it might be a bit of a downgrade, bit of a nerf. But overall, I think it was definitely one of the better approaches that they could have taken. Because before, the change that they did affected people who spent hundreds of dollars and time getting Zeta Mats, Gear 12ing. And Night Sister Acolyte's one of those characters that she still looks like she'll be good in the grand scheme of things. And she's not a character you dump a huge amount of money into. She's in the Guild, the Galactic War Store, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's not a huge it's not like it's something that you're gonna smash your phone up against the wall. It looks like she'll still be good. But yeah, against those foresight teams, I could definitely see where the problem might come into. So I'm pretty sure there'll be some people who make raid videos to see how Night Sisters do post patch, but I think they should still do all right. So.
We are seeing a shard shuffle.
Yes!
We've got Bastila and Jolie in Chromiums and shipments now. I'm going to have to resist spending all of my crystals on Bastila.
I actually got a lot of comments today, right? It's like, should we start panic farming these characters? Because how long has it been? How long do characters normally...
Here's what I would say about that. Panic farming characters for crystals, I think, is too risky. Because crystals are, I mean, when you're farming shards with crystals, that is a ton of crystals you burn through. It costs, the general consensus is it costs you about $300 to 7-star character when they first hit with that pack. It's not going to cost quite that expensive once they're in crystals, right? But it's still going to be a pretty penny to get enough crystals to get them there. So, I mean, obviously the concern here is she going to be needed for Revan?
Yes.
I would be more inclined to, if you see these characters pop into hard nodes, that's when I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm panic farming.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just me.
I always lose track of the cadence and when these characters were initially released, but do they normally release them this fast in chromium packs and shipments?
This feels faster than normal.
It feels faster than normal, and that makes me a bit.
That should raise your eyebrows.
Because especially if Bastila, I know they want to probably get the most they can out of her, and putting her right away in chromium packs and shipments. It seems like they're expediting the process.
Yeah,
that's
a good point. That's a really good point because Bastila is a very desirable character, similar to Nest.
Yeah. Yeah, almost at a Nest level in terms of desirability.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're expediting the process. What for? I mean, I see some of you guys talking about maybe Revan in the comments. I think the stage is set for some sort of legendary event for KOTOR. I think it's bound to happen. So
what are we gonna have to speculate about when we finally get Revan?
I mean, know.
If
what
we get Revan in this game, it's gonna be like, all right, what's next? I don't know.
Hey, the Jango Fett speculation starting to kick up a little bit. So who knows? Maybe that'll be the next thing to seek after. But yeah, Revan. Once that happens, it's like, what else do we look forward to now? That's been the #1 most speculated thing since like the beginning of the game, which is kind of funny.
We're also seeing Kira moving into Cantina 3B.
Yeah.
I like to see more characters moving into easy farm nodes. Now, obviously, I mean, this is something we observe with everything. Kira's just not that desirable of a character for most people, and that's why she's in one of those easier nodes. I don't know. I've seen a lot of debate about this. I'm curious to get your take on this. How do you feel about these characters, the good characters like Darth Sion, Bastila, Darth Nihilus, a lot of those really good marquee characters that everybody wants. They dump them into a single hard node or maybe a couple hard nodes that take a lot of energy to farm versus the solo characters are in easier to farm locations. Do you feel like that's fair? Do you like that? Or what do you think about it?
So before I talk about that, I mean, in terms of our timeline of Bastila, I think this is actually starting to kind of prove that maybe there's an expediting thing going on. Kafgar in the comments, he says that I live streamed Bastila 3 weeks ago. So it hasn't even been a month yet, apparently, since I did a live stream about her. And then I think the day before, we posted the reveal videos. So it does seem like the Bastila thing is kind of being pushed up in timeline a bit. I don't know. You kind of have to go back and look at the forum posts and see when they added Nest into shipments and stuff like that. Because I feel like Nest was like just added the shipments like not too long ago. I mean, if someone wants to take the time, you can go into the forums and tell us when they added Nest to the shipments, because Nest came a little bit after Kira, like a week or two after Kira, right, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think she was like added to the shipments like maybe in July or something. So I think that's I mean, if one of you guys can take the time, if not, I'll look at it later. But that would help us in our theory if they're expediting the process. But yeah, regarding hard node farms, let me just show you my account real quick here. Oh, actually, as we speak, there's a client restart on the Galaxy of Heroes. Let me restart it. Yeah, single node hard battles suck, and I'm very happy.
They do.
Yeah, I'm very happy Kira's a 3B Cantina farm. Very nice. I actually just finally finished farming all the characters in Cantina, so I can stay on top of the Cantina game if they start adding stuff on it, and or just focus on mod farming. But it just it really sucks, especially like for Vandor Chewbacca. I didn't think he was a spectacular character. He was okay, but they put him on a single hard node, and it just takes forever to farm.
They just did it for JTR too. If it weren't for JTR, those characters would have been very easy to
let me see. Where's Visasmar came out at the same time as Scion, right? And I don't even have her 5 stars yet.
Yeah.
As Scion, I got the 7 stars very quickly because it was on 2 battles, and they had double drops for ships. Wicked, I mean, I've been on and off this guy, but he's taking forever. He's not even at 50 out of 100 shards yet. Lobot, hey, let's actually 7-star Lobot. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. He's been another project I've been doing on the side, so he can't lobotomize our platoons anymore. Oh, there's actually a website that has all the release dates. Cool, thank you, Flarebot, for letting us know. And let's see, let's see, like Han Solo, young Han Solo. He was put in the guild store, and I got him farmed fairly fast. He's at 45 out of 100. Probably could have been 100 out of 100, but I've been buying some gear in between. And then Vandor Chewbacca. Look, they both became free to play at the same time. 45 out of 100. I didn't buy the packs for either of these characters, by the way. And 45 out of 100 for young Han Solo, 6 stars. And I'm only at 10 out of 30 for Vandor Chewbacca.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
I just realized you were talking about Vandor, not veteran.
Oh, yeah, Vandor. Yeah,
that compares.
Yeah, veteran Chewbacca,
Yeah.
that's a whole other story. But yeah, Vandor Chewbacca, yeah, I'm only at 10 out of 30 for him, and and Bosk, I mean, I really want to get this character to 7 stars, especially after Embo being added to the game, and I've been farming Bosk since day 1, which is, I don't know how long ago, but I'm at 20 out of 65, and I didn't buy any packs for Bosk. It takes a long time. I mean, like, Bosk,
So is it a bad thing that it takes long, though? Because I feel like it's a long game. It's a grindy game, and
I will say this: there is a sense of pride and accomplishment. The lovely word that people like to bring back up for EA. There is a sense of pride and accomplishment when you get a 7-star Scion. Like when I didn't spend a single dime on Scion. I mean, I did buy the $9.99 pack, but I didn't buy any packs or anything like that beyond that. It felt really good to finally get a 7-star Scion. I bumped him with the Gear 12 last week. Felt good, but I think it's just the process in between. It really sucks, and that does contribute to a problem we talked about in the last episode with marquee overload, too many marquee events. It's hard to get excited now when realistically, I mean, yes, you can use the character in a little bit of territory battles, territory wars, and arena, but if you want to use them in like raids and stuff like that, like Embo, he's really good in the raids, almost like all phases, I think. I won't be able to do that until he won't be free to play probably for 3 months, and then they'll probably toss him in a hard battle, and then add, I don't know, another 5-6 months on top of that. So almost, what is it, 3/4 of a year before I have him at 7 stars. Talzin took me, 9 to 8 months or whatever to do. So it's hard to kind of get excited, and I get why they do that, especially for valuable characters. Like, I don't really think Bosk is that deserving of a hard battle, or Vandor Chewbacca, but characters like Sign, you want to make sure people who do spend their money, they have this sense that they invested in something, they have this period of exclusivity, and I don't know. I think it's a kind of a guessing game too. Like Kira, I don't know the numbers on that stuff, but I don't think the numbers were that high because people assume that in a couple months she'll be pretty easily farmable. Right. Yeah, but like Embo, I think sales will be good for Embo because I think he's one of those hard node characters. If they did 2 nodes, like a ship battle and hard battle, I think it'd be a lot more manageable, like Scion. But it definitely is a bit of a bummer. Like especially young Han Solo, Vandor Chewbacca, you see the difference between easily accessible and one hard battle.
Yeah, see, I don't love it myself, but I respect it. I think when it's done properly, to me, the hard nodes are I like it because I feel like for this game to be healthy, we do need to have spending in the game. Of course. Yeah. And if somebody becomes super easy to farm really quickly after, then where's the incentive to spend? So the people who spend and buy these characters, they should have an advantage on those characters. Yeah. I think it should last for longer than a couple weeks. So I've got no problem with that. What I do have a problem with is just the sheer volume of marquee characters we're getting. When it's a few here and there, maybe a couple a month, it doesn't feel as overwhelming. It's the fact that we've had marquee after marquee after marquee after marquee that it becomes overwhelming, and you don't. That's when I feel like it starts to become an issue. We haven't talked much about whether or not we like marquees this year until recently, when we just got just
we've
this
had
marquee
20.
events.
Embo's the 23rd marquee event for 2018 alone. It's just it's a lot of content, and if they mixed it up more, like we talked about, like most likely T3M4, they've already stated their policy that marquee events are in terms of moving in the future for new characters, they're not going to add stuff to Galactic War, to Arena, to, I think they said fleet shipments. I don't think they're adding stuff in there either. It's mostly Guild Store, hard nodes, Cantina, and maybe guild events down the road. I don't know. Or legendaries or heroes journeys. And it's sometimes hard to keep up. And I think mainly just the main issue is like people are so excited about Embo. It's one of the videos that I've seen in a while for a marquee character that there was a lot of excitement for. The video did pretty well in terms of views across the board, and it just seemed like there's a lot of excitement behind Embo. And I mean, yeah, I think it's the factor. It's like, oh, it's so cool today, but I won't really use this character to its fullest potential until 9 months down the road. But the cool thing is, at least 3-star, 4-star characters, there are some uses for them compared to when we had Chromium packs or Bronzium packs. Chromium packs back when you either bought the character or you didn't have it at all. So at least you're getting something. I
saw that on Reddit today. There were people talking about it, and there's somebody commenting. I forgot exactly what subject somebody was just commenting, but it could be worse.
It could be worse. Yeah, the Chromium.
So
I
don't want to poop on marquee events too much because I do like I actually really like marquees.
Look at your Bastila
I
here.
just don't like only marquees.
Yeah, I think it's just the only fact. I really think L337's got to be coming up soon to be a free-to-play character. Probably in 2-3 weeks, I'm guessing. If now that Kira is free-to-play. Toss her in Galactic War or something, or T3M4. T3M4 screams a Galactic War character because like you got some random droids in there like K2SO and stuff like that. I think IG86 is in there if I recall correctly. I mean, it'd be so cool like if a new player can farm a full droid team at the beginning of the game or something from Galactic War. So I think it's the only marquee things, and like we haven't had any legendary characters this year as of yet. So it's I think it's just the whole galaxy of marquee stuff happening. I think that's just it's a bit of a burnout, but there are a lot of benefits. I played during the Chromium Pack era, and for some reason it didn't bother me. Yeah, it didn't bother me much back then when like Captain Rex was released or Sun Fact. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't care.
Was it Leia in it too?
Leia was. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Erodium packs, not Chromium packs. Erodium packs.
Right.
Yeah. Wedge, Captain Rex, Sun Fact, B2 Super Battle Droid. I can't remember if there was any others like that, but yeah, it didn't bother me that much because there was a lot of other stuff going on. They're adding stuff in Galactic War. They're adding TIE Fighter pilot for free. So they were doing mix and matching. So I think that it didn't bother me as much. They still wanted to have a premium character, which had a good amount of exclusivity, except the B2 Super Battle Droid. He went free to play after a month, which was kind of funny. I just mix it up. I think the overall concept of marquees is good because, like you took you have a 3-4-star Bastila or whatever, and you're kicking butt with her, rather than having to wait before you can even farm her for several months.
Yeah, I've been doing. I've been hitting first every day that I can. There's only 2 guys in my shard that have a trail lead team that have mods that are just crazy enough that I sometimes just can't beat them, but other days I can. It's the RNG dependent against 2 guys. But other than that, I'm able to take first as long as I have the time. And like today, I actually didn't because we were getting set up for the show. I totally forgot about my payout. Got to thank Jack and good old Maurice.
Good old Maurice, my
donations.
man. Good old Maurice, my man.
Been a while since I've seen good old Maurice around. So.
I see his ugly mug every day. Arnold, do your 600. Arnold, do your 600.
and Tesh, thanks for the donation. Thoughts on HK and Lando's should have had reworks.
Yes. Here we go.
We'll see. I mean, actually, right now it looks like there's a lot of focus on bounty hunters, and so I'm curious. I mean, we've got potentially a Cad Bane rework coming.
Yeah.
And that kind of gets into a big thing that we want to speculate about here is we've got a bounty hunter login character. We've got a new bounty hunter that has to do with the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so if we're doing so much with bounty hunters, we've also had a ton of marquee events. And I have to feel like CG is probably, they have to know, like, we can't just do marquee events. And so do we have a legendary event coming that is going to be bounty hunter themed? And if we're going to do that, if we're going to put the stars together here, to me, these stars align beautifully for Jango Fett. Because it's Clone Wars era, be prequels era. And it is. Does Jango Fett show up in Clone Wars? I'm trying to remember.
No, because the Clone Wars.
That could blow my theory.
The Clone Wars TV show takes place a bit after Geonosis, the Battle of Geonosis that we saw on Attack of the Clones.
Right, and that's when he dies.
Yeah, he dies there. So we don't really see much, but
that could blow me up.
But it's kind of important because there's young Boba Fett in the Clone Wars TV show, and they reference how Jango Fett was such a great bounty hunter, yada yada yada.
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah. So I mean, I think the whole concept of getting a Clone Wars bounty hunter. I mean, Jango Fett. I mean, I remember asking him a year ago in December. We did a developer interview, and I brought up the question of Jango Fett, and they're like, "We all love Jango Fett here, but right now is not the best time to do a Jango Fett event because we have all this stuff going on. The Last Jedi is going on. That's our main focus right now." And we talked about this in the last episode. Now with The Last Jedi out of the way and no new movie and Han Solo out of the way, they have no really obligations to promote anything, so they can probably do anything they want up until like next fall, before the next movie comes out.
That's why I think this is actually I kind of have 2 feelings about this time frame we're in, because I'm partially nervous because we've got so long until the next Star Wars movie that it feels like, what are we going to do in that time? But I'm also super excited because all of these things that we've wanted they're wide open to do, right?
Knights of the Old Republic in July. Then we had Clone Wars Bounty Hunters this month. I mean, here, let me show you this real quick. We're kind of jumping the gun a bit, but I mean, this kind of proves we're going to get more Clone Wars Bounty Hunter stuff coming up. Like, see, look here. Clone Wars Hunters 1 marquee event. And
One.
they only
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, they only add these Roman numerals if they're doing multiple. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we'll get to 5. They did the
same thing with Scion, right?
They did that. Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the events were.
Sith Marauder.
Sith Marauder.
I
mean, even the
Scion was the next one. Even Shadows of Malachor event or something like that.
The prepared characters. It was called like I don't remember what the event was called. But if you go back to like swgoh.gg, they have all the names listed out. So this right here, it means there's gonna be at least one other marquee character, or else it would have just been called Clone Wars Hunters marquee event. There's gonna be something else, I think, whether it be Aurora Singh. Was Forlom and Zuckus in the Clone Wars TV show? I can't remember.
What about Bounty Hunter Asajj?
Bounty Hunter, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Bounty Hunter Asajj with her mask and everything, that would be pretty awesome as well.
I am down.
Yeah, Hondo, yeah, Izzy Coburn is a lot of people.
Hondo.
Yeah,
you know what? Hondo might make sense right now.
Well, he's not a bounty hunter though. He's
a pirate, and we don't have a pirate faction.
He'd be a scoundrel. He wouldn't be a bounty hunter. And this is called Clone Wars Hunters. And Hondo. Yeah,
we have a few people in the comments that like Hondo. It looks like.
Yeah, Hondo's a popular. I think that'd be so cool if they release a whole like pirate faction or something like that.
Hondo's awesome. I love that dude.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely a lot of possibilities here. I think it's definitely building up to some sort of Jango Fett event, maybe. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see, what's his face? Some sort of legendary event with bounty hunters. I mean, we have all the original trilogy bounty hunters reworked, then we got Boss, and now it looks like they're gonna make that direction towards the Clone Wars getting the same treatment. So maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll get something. Some other
got
stuff.
a $5 donation, Trome. Thanks so much. And he says, don't forget it could be a ship as well.
Ship? Yeah, I mean, there could be ships, maybe. Embo probably had a ship. I mean, all bounty hunters had their own ships, right? Yeah.
My brother's on the stream, and he says, give me Jar Jar or give me death. What if it was a Jar Jar being legendary event?
That'd actually be kind of funny. But I think we're in store for some more stuff. And the Cad Bane rework thing, I didn't even notice this when I was provided the footage and I was editing it. I never noticed this until someone on Reddit in the comments, they noticed that.
Yeah, they pointed out.
There's the artwork for Cad Bane in the
You guys don't miss anything.
Yeah.
The smallest detail, you guys will catch it.
Yeah, they'll catch it.
I didn't notice it either. When you showed it to me at first, I was like, what? Is it a new icon or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't even recognize because you're like, Cad Bane sucks. No one remembers what his thing is. But if you watch the video and you look at the moment where I show like the advanced mod screen menu, you'll see that the artwork for Cad. Oh, that's a good mod. The artwork for Cad Bane looks really sexy now. He has like his hat tilted down and everything. He looks a lot sexier than what he is now. Now he just looks like he's a deer looking at a car running into him with his artwork that he has going on. So I think if you guys are looking for more bounty hunter stuff and Clone Wars stuff, I think it's bound to happen. People are saying Aurora Singh, she's data mined in the game already. So if you go to swgoh.gg, I think they have like a data mine section or something, and Aurora Singh pops up there. It was on Reddit. Someone posted it on Reddit, so it's up there. So I think it's a fun period. I love Clone Wars bounty hunters more so than the original trilogy bounty hunters, in my opinion. So it'd be kind of cool to see them add.
They had a lot of good moments.
Yeah, they had a lot of especially because there was a lot of emphasis versus bounty hunters in the original trilogy. You had just a few moments of Boba Fett, and that was really it. We didn't really see much of anything else. But I think oops, what did I do here? Yeah, so I guess we just have to wait and see. So more stuff's to come. August is definitely the bounty hunter month. So far this year, it's the year of the Sith and the year of the bounty hunters, pretty much. That's kind of the main takeaway so far for this year. But I guess
so. This is something else coming to the game that I'm personally really excited about and also disappointed about, because I usually lean free to play. I would say I'm 95% free to play. I've bought a few things recently, so I'm less and less able to say free to play, but pretty much they've got a Gear 12 Plus bundle and a Gear 12 Plus Mega bundle, so you can buy some of these Gear 12 Plus pieces. You get only one purchase, and it's only going to be one day, August 16th. But man, to me, we don't know the prices yet, but to me, that is going to be for those of you who can drop a little bit of dinero. That is going to be pretty hard to resist.
It's not in the game yet, right?
Not in the game yet.
Yeah, I mean those are.
So we don't know the costs yet.
I reckon at least $80 or something like that for something
for the
that
mega
value.
bundle, but one of them is just one single piece. $80 would be steep for one piece, maybe like $20-$30.
I don't know if I've besides my one period where I miserably bought chromium packs when I first started the game. I've never spent beyond $20 on something. I think pretty much $20 was the max one time. In terms of,
I don't think I've spent more than that either. Actually, no, I take that back. I did spend $30 for some Han and Chewie shards to get Ray Jedi training.
Okay,
that's the most I've ever spent in one go.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm not in the market for a $60-$80 pack, but for people who don't mind spending money in the game, you get a lot of value in it. So that's stuff that's hard to acquire. So I think it's definitely it's got value. It's expensive, but there is value underneath all that, underneath the price tag you have there. So kind of interesting to see how. I think that'll do very well.
I mean, plus 6 speed. It's hard, and something I noticed is the piece. I'm trying to remember which piece it was of the Gear 12 Plus bundle, just the single gear piece. It's the other piece. I've got one piece on my Grandmaster Yoda, and that piece of gear is the other piece I need for Grandmaster Yoda, so I could give him the plus 12 speed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the hardest time saying no to that.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, you got to let us know if you broke protocol and you end up getting it, because I know for sure I'm not gonna get it. But
the question will be what Cubs fan wife says.
Well, yeah, you gotta sit down. All right, honey, I want to spend $80.
I need plus 6 speed. Plus 6 speed. Do not understand.
I'm not gonna. I can't. I don't physically own this. This isn't an asset. I won't be able to sell this if we ever go bankrupt. But it's just some pixels on a screen. But I really want to buy it. Oh my goodness!
Last time I had a conversation like that, I was thinking, oh well, maybe I could buy a few shards for Bastila. It only cost me about a couple.
That leads to the dark side. Once you start that, then you go all out. It's like, oh, I'm already $150, and what's another $150, right?
I just start seeing how many. I've got 2 girls, both of which are in diapers, and I just start seeing how many diapers I'm throwing in the garbage, and so that's where I stop spending.
I hear you.
Diapers are expensive. Any of you dads out there? Good gracious, how much do you spend on diapers every week? I can't believe how much that costs.
I think I mean, some of these packs and characters are just too expensive. They're out of the market for me. If they were like $50 for a 7-star character, I'd probably have a spending problem. But for $300 for a character, it's not in my price range, and they're not really shooting for getting a lot of people the 7-star character. They just want an exclusive small group of dedicated spenders. So that's not me. But I might buy the $9.99 pack for Embo. I like the character a lot, and if the speculation for Jango Fett or something ever pans out, as we saw with Boss, gets taken forever to farm that guy. So if they make a good character and I had fun, that's kind of like my standard. I'll throw the $9.99 to get to 4 stars or something like that. So we'll see.
This comment got me good. Darth Smirnoff. This username checks out, by the way. Not a dad, but I drink a lot. Diapers are expensive.
Oh my
Darth
gosh.
Smirnoff, you've got the comment of the stream, my dude. That is.
We need like a Reddit gold thing for YouTube comments, so I could just see.
Reddit gold. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Okay, couple more things, and then we got to move on to the meme of the week. T3M4 is also available for iOS now, so all of you iOS users who felt snubbed, you can now go ahead and get your T3M4.
Yeah, I already got him a while ago when he was Android.
Yeah, aren't you cute?
I am cute, aren't I?
You could have had him if you went into BlueStacks, I think it was.
BlueStacks, Nox, something like that. Yeah, on your
computer. I just figured I'll just wait. I'm not going to use him for anything right now anyway. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm getting him now.
I think the main concern people had, because we had a light side territory battles, I don't think it happened, but people were concerned that maybe he would show up in platoons or something, and like for the low star platoons, and unless you're Android, you wouldn't be able to contribute at all. So I think that was the main concern, but I don't think it ended up being. I mean, platoons were a mess this past territory battle.
Oh my gosh.
T3M4 wasn't part of the problem, but the
And